Yo, what is good, YouTube? This video right here is gonna be a quick little high burst fade tutorial. So if y'all are fresh to barbering or just new to the industry in general, stay tuned for this video, guys. I'm gonna show you the basics and the advanced steps of how to do a fade, how to line up, enhancements, everything like that, guys. Stay tuned. Also, stay tuned for in the future, guys. I've got a lot of new content coming. You know, this channel's new, so we'll see what we're gonna do in the future. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. So to start this tutorial off, guys, here's a little sneak peek of what the cut looks like in the end, and here's what my boy was looking like at the start. So yeah, let's get straight to it, guys. Before we even get to cutting hair, guys, I want you to make sure to start brushing the hair, or in this case I didn't do it, but comb the hair. This just allows for us to see what our canvas feels like and looks like, so we know when we're using our clipper that we don't hit any unexpected bumps or anything like that. So now we're just setting my bald line. Do not do what I'm doing here in this video. This is going to make it a lot harder to blend the bald line out. As you can see, I'm going to flip the clippers over there like that. So if you guys are making your bald lines, do it this way. It'll make it a lot easier. Make sure to flick out. That is a very important tip. After that, we're going to bring our balders and just clear out that stubble. I'm using the Babyliss balders. I forget the name of them, but they're the Babyliss ones. So next up, very important step, guys, make sure to debulk. I usually grab my number 2 guard. You guys can use 3 or 4, whatever you feel comfortable with, but I usually use 2. It starts to fade up much smoother, and I just think it's easier that way. Now, after debulking that area, we just want to grab our clippers, set the lever fully open, and we can begin that first guideline set around, I'd say, an inch high. I didn't actually get it on camera, but I actually closed the lever halfway, cleared out some bulk there, and then now you can see I have the lever fully closed and I'm just clearing out that bald line. Lastly, guys, take out that little skin line. You want to grab your trimmers and just flick at that little line there. That'll fully take that line out. So grabbing my number 1 guard, guys, you want to set the lever open and then set your second guideline, which is going to be another inch high guideline. From there, with that new guideline set, guys, you can close that lever now and actually begin fading it. So slowly you guys will see that the fade is going to be coming together. So fade that spot out and then we'll be good. Another big tip for you guys, make sure you're not like digging the clippers into your client. You don't want your clients to be uncomfortable while you're cutting their hair. Now, leading on from the number 1 guard, you guys want to throw your 0.5 guard on. You can start with it open and then slowly play with it, lower it down, and then play with that little line that's left there until eventually it's blended out. It's really just a game of flicking at that line and playing around with it, you know, and playing with the lever. That's really what it is. So once you guys knock out that last little 0.5 guideline, we can start hitting the top of the hair. As we can see on the video, we've got that dark line, which doesn't really look good. We want that line out of there. And here I'm just detailing more, getting that fade even crispier. So here we go, back to the number 2 guard. We're clearing out that dark line, or trying our best to clear out that dark line. It probably won't get rid of it, so we'll have to come back later with a number 1 guard open. But for now, we just set that extra guideline. Here we got the cameraman in the background, but yeah, here we go. So now we got the number 1 guard. I'm opening the lever fully for this guard, guys, and I'm just flicking out on that line that we tried taking out the 2 guard. The one guard open should finally get that line out. As we can see here, that fade is looking blurry, guys. So yeah, we just keep hitting that with the 1 open. We can play with it, close it, open and close it till we get that fade blurry, guys. So we got a quick little time lapse for the other side, but it goes the same way as the side we just did. Just follow the same steps, you know, bald line, trim or clipper, then the 1 guard, and then clear that out with the 0.5, and then hit it with the 2 guard, and then should be straight, guys. Yo, big shout out to my boys Sidhu and Josh. I'll put their links in the description down below. Stay tuned for more content with these guys. We got a lot of stuff planned. Stay tuned, guys. So here we can see I'm just starting the detailing process. Make sure you guys don't skip this step. This is one of the more important steps that actually a lot of barbers manage to not go over. But this detailing step just takes your cuts to that next level, guys. All right, so here we got my favorite part of the whole cut. So now we're gonna start clearing out the lineup, guys. There's different ways to do this, but I usually just clear it out with the trimmer, or you can use a #1 guard, whichever preference you guys have. So beginning the lineup, I know a lot of new barbers actually struggle with this. So I feel like the most foolproof technique to this is start in the middle and make your way out from there and literally just copy and paste on both sides. That is the most foolproof plan, and I don't think I've ever had any issues doing it that way, but I feel like that should be good for you guys. For the vertical bars, same thing. Just do not push them back. You don't want your clients having pushed back hairlines and coming back with horrible regrowth. You don't want that. So finishing up this lineup, I like to hit it with some enhancements. Not every client needs enhancements. Usually consult with the client first before you begin to spray some random machine on their head. But after that, I like to hit it with the barber pencil if they're using enhancements. That barber pencil just conceals the whole cut. Once again, guys, enhancements are not necessary on every cut, and you actually should not practice enhancements when you're first starting. I suggest to do your haircuts without enhancements first and, understand the basics first. But here we can see I'm hitting it with the straight razor, getting that last little crispiness added. Moving to the beard, guys. My client asked for a 1.5 on his mustache, so I grabbed the 1 guard and opened that thing fully and started hitting that. So now to fade the beard, guys, you just want to follow the same technique we just followed on the top and make sure to get that final bald line out. I forget it sometimes, but hopefully this tutorial teaches you guys not to leave that last little skin line there and clear it out with the trimmers or your zero gap clippers. So since this is a burst fade, guys, we do not want to forget about the back. My client asked me to do a circular lineup in the back, so we hit that thing with my sabers and make that lineup crispy. What do you guys think of this fade so far? I think it's looking pretty blurry, guys. Lineup's looking clean, everything's looking pretty clean. Next up, we're gonna be hitting the sidebars of the beard. Not too much to know about this part. Just don't dig into the beard too much. Your clients won't like that. Now we get to start my second favorite part of the fade. So here we go, lining up the beard line, hitting the mustache. My client wants a thin mustache, so these are kind of tricky to do sometimes, but just don't push the line down too much. I've made that mistake before. You don't want your client walking out with no mustache. But yeah, we clear that out and then got my man's looking fresh. So now to finish up the beard, guys, we just hit the beard line with the straight razor. Get that thing looking crispy, and then lastly we want to also hit it with the balder, which I'll get in the next cut right now. So when I first started cutting hair, this was actually probably the hardest part of the whole cut for me, clearing out this area. So one big tip for you guys is make sure your clippers aren't super zero gapped or sharp. That'll cut your client and make it just that much harder to cut that neck area. And make sure you go against the grain for under that neck area. That'll just clear it out so much easier. So there's the finished cut, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below, and hopefully you guys stay tuned for more videos coming up. Appreciate you guys.